In this video, I'm going to show you how to start investing with the Trading 212 app for absolute beginners. Now, when you first sign up to Trading 212, you will be put into the Trading 212 Invest account. Now, if I click right at the top here, you will see that on Trading 212, there are 4 main types of accounts. Now, the Trading 212 Invest account is perfect for general investors, and this is what is called a general account. However, if you make certain profits, for example, capital gains or dividends, or even interest on uninvested cash outside of your personal allowances in the UK, you may have to pay a certain amount of tax. Now, if you are an investor within the UK, there is also the Trading 212 Stocks ISA over here. Now, within a Stocks ISA, which is known as a Stocks and Shares ISA, any dividends, any capital gain, and any interest on uninvested cash is free from tax, and each year you can deposit up to £20,000 inside it. So as you can currently see, I am within my Trading 212 Stocks ISA currently. Like I said, each tax year you can deposit up to £20,000. Whatever remains in the account can grow indefinitely without tax. I have dedicated videos which will explain the Stocks and Shares ISA in more detail. The last type of Trading 212 account is the Trading 212 Cash ISA, and this is for people who don't want to invest into stocks and shares, but instead want to put a certain amount of cash and gain a certain amount of interest. Now, for this video, whatever I'm going to show you will apply both to the Invest account and also the Stocks ISA. So I'm going to go back into the Invest account. Now, if you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, all you have to do is to click the link in the description box down below. Alternatively, all you have to do is click the 3 horizontal line menu over here, scroll all the way down until you see the use promo code section, and in this section, enter my code JUBAIR. Okay, so here are the basics of the Trading 212 app. As you can see here, there is a value number, and this is basically all the cash that you hold in your account, all the value of the stocks and shares you hold. Now, if I scroll down here, you can see this is the amount of cash that I have, £1,017. On Trading 212, you can also hold cash in different currencies. This is especially beneficial when you are investing in, let's say, American stocks and you want to keep everything in United States dollars. Whenever there is a currency exchange happening, you do get charged a foreign exchange fee, which is currently 0.15% on Trading 212. Now, over here, you have the graph, which basically shows you the change in your portfolio value over time. And like I explained before, the portfolio is basically all the stocks and shares you have. In my account, I have many different stocks and shares from many different companies. And in this video, I'm basically going to show you how you can buy and sell stocks and shares. So the thing about investing is that when you're investing, your capital is at risk. So it's up to you and only you to decide what stocks to invest into. Now, if you have a clue about what you want to invest in, you can always go into this menu over here with the magnifying glass. Over here, you can see a selection of companies, and what a stock basically is that you're getting a fraction of the company. So you own a share of the company. That's why it's called stocks and shares. And in return, if the company does better and the value of the company goes up, your stocks will be worth more and you can sell them for more in the future. And that's how you can make a gain. In addition, some companies also give dividends for holding that share of stock. And as a result, the longer you hold it and the more shares you have, the idea is in the future, your shares will be worth a lot more then rather than now. So you're giving up your own time, you're risking your own capital for this potential gain. Now, once you're in this magnifying glass, you can see there are a lot of companies that you may have heard of that you can invest in. For the purpose of this video and to just show you that I don't necessarily recommend any specific company, I'm just going to go into Microsoft. Now, as you can see, this is the company Microsoft. I already have a few shares in them, and this is why it also has 2 buttons here, sell and buy. But if you don't have shares in the company, for example, if I go into Broadcom, you will only have the option to buy. So let's actually just stay in Broadcom. Now, over here, like I showed you before, there is a graph, and graphs are very important in the stock market as it gives you an indication of its past performance. And although past performance is no guarantee for future results, it does show where the company has been. On the top here, as you can see, if I click here, there is a 3 or 4 character, what we call a ticker code, and each individual stock, share, or ETF will have its unique ticker code that will help you identify the company. For example, with Broadcom, it is AGVO. So if we type that into any stockbroker or Google Finance or anything like that, we can identify the specific stock. Now, like I said here, we have 1D, which is 1 day. So it's 1 day performance, it's 1 week performance. And on the top, you can see the movement over that set time period. So for Broadcom, for example, it has lost 1.29% over the past week. We can see its past month performance, it is up by 27.49%, for example. The 3-month performance, the 1-year performance, and the max trading 212 calculated return, which for this company has been an absolute huge amount. It's always worth to check out the axis too, so you can see this data is available from the 18th of May 2018, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's when the company started trading. Now on Trading 212, you can also see there are news tidbits that can help maybe new investors get a feel about, the changes in share price based on news events. There is also social feed, which I'm not going to go through in this video, but if you're new and you want to learn more about, certain stocks, you can keep updated by community feed here. Companies will also have certain statistics that you can check for example, the market cap. This is a very big company, $1 trillion company actually. Its revenue, price to earnings ratio, and dividend yield. Like I said before, certain companies will pay you a dividend for holding the stock. Now, dividends are something that you shouldn't invest into a company just for, because dividends are completely up to the mercy of the company and they can cut dividends at any point in time. And also the dividend yield is only a percentage of the total share price. If the share price decreases, the dividend yield can also very much decrease. So remember, don't invest into a company solely just for its dividends, as that is not guaranteed or promised. If I scroll down, you can see some financial chart history. Again, take this with a grain of salt, or please do further research before investing into a stock. But you can see, for example, with Broadcom, we have the income statement from 2021 to 2024 and the breakdown of their revenue and profits. So for example, if I wanted to buy this stock, buy shares in this company, and I was convinced through my own research to do that, all I have to do now is press buy. Now there are 2 options when it comes to buy, and this is exactly what I'm going to go through today. So the first option here, it says number of shares. So if you know exactly how many shares you want to buy, you can press this. For example, if you just wanted 1 share, in the top left corner, this is the price per share. So currently $228. This will fluctuate pretty much minute to minute if the stock market is open. Now, if you are wondering if the stock market is open or not, over here where I said the ticker symbol, there is a green light which indicates that that stock is trading currently and that respective stock market is open. In the UK, we have, for example, the London Stock Exchange, but for the Americans, they might have the New York Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq, and a few others. For example, if I go into Rolls-Royce currently, you can see that the stock market is closed for UK companies. You can also see that the light is off or grayed out. And if you want to know when the stock market is next open, if you just click on the ticker symbol, it will show you, for example, it will be open tomorrow, Thursday, at 8 a.m. So anyway, going back to Broadcom, if we wanted to just buy 1 share, we can actually do that. But with Trading 212, they allow fractional share trading, which means instead of having to spend $228, which is quite a bit, you can actually get even 0.1 share of that. So that will set you back roughly around £18 or $22.85 roughly. You can even go lower than that, for example, 0.01 shares. If you don't want to buy in shares, the other way is to specify the value that you are willing to pay, so the amount in pounds or dollars. Like I showed you in the beginning, I only hold pounds, so Great British pounds. But if you held United States dollars, you can change it by pressing this button over here. So over here, I can specify the amount that I want. For example, if I want to invest £100, I can press 100 there. The minimum amount is £1, so I'm going to press that. When you're ready with that, you can press review order here. So once you have pressed that button, this confirmation screen will come up here. Please make sure to always double check this screen, as if you make a small mistake, sometimes it can cost you hundreds. For example, putting in the wrong amount of shares, easily that can cost you more money than you think. But anyway, this screen will make sure that you're not making those mistakes. So for example, market buy, which means buying it when the market is open. There are other ways to buy stocks and shares, which I have a separate video on, but for beginners, this is probably the easiest way. So as you can see, market buy, shares value £1. That will give me around 0.0053 shares. Remember, the stock market fluctuates minute to minute, second to second, so there is no guarantee until the order is executed and the shares are placed in your portfolio. There is a foreign exchange fee of 0.15%, but because this order value is only £1, they won't be including that here. So once you agree with the terms, you can press send by order, and I'm going to press that right now. So as you can see, just like that, I have bought 0.0005 shares in Broadcom at $228.44 per share. Now, once you have purchased this will come up in the list of investments that you have. Now, because I have so many investments, what I can do is click the filter button over here. I can turn off pies to make my feed clearer, and then I can order my portfolio by value. This will allow me to filter my stocks and shares by value, so I'll go all the way down because Broadcom is my lowest value share, as you can see right here. So once you have purchased your share, it will show up on your portfolio list, as you can see here. Now, if I go into it, you can see I have exactly £1 worth currently, 0.005 shares in them. And currently the market is moving, so I might see some gain or loss, but somehow it is exactly still the same value. Now, it's all well and good buying a share, but what happens when it comes down to sell? You know, there is no point of investing forever if there is no exit strategy. So all you have to do to sell your share is to go into the investment, which you will find in your portfolio. So for example, I want to sell my share in Broadcom and then press sell here. I want to sell the complete amount of shares that I have. If you are not sure how many you have, all you have to do is drag this slider all the way to the end and it will show all your shares, and then press review order and then press send sell order. As you can see, confirmation screen, selling all my shares that I have. I will get approximately £1 back. There is no commission currently, although there may be other fees. And here is the FX rate, and I'm just going to press send sell order here, and just like that, my order has been placed, but it will execute as soon as there are available shares on the stock market. So the whole point of the stock market is that it is a market. If you want to sell a share, someone has to be willing to buy, and if you want to buy a share, someone has to be willing to sell. So as you can see here, if I go into Broadcom history, I have now sold my shares for exactly £1. I bought them for £1, I sold them for £1, so technically there is no capital gain there. In those brief minutes, I could have actually lost money, or I could have gained money, and that is how some people make money in the stock market, through arbitrage, so buying low and selling high, which is significantly harder than it looks. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.